Hi all, today I am going to show you how to create a job in SAP BODS. BODS is a leading ETL tool. ETL stands for extract, transform and load. So in BODS we can extract data from different sources and we can transform the data using different transformation rules, and then we can load the data in the target system. BODS is mainly used for SAP data migration project. SAP has different sources like ECC, R3, now S4 HANA. So when there is a upgrade in the SAP environment, the data need to be extract from the old ERP system and it need to be load into the new ERP system. BODS can also extract data from flat file, CSV, or databases like Oracle, DB2, or any other databases, and it can load into different target systems. It may be a SAP ERP system, it may be database, it may be flat file or CSV. So first thing is, in the BODS, to start creating a job, we need to create a project. Project is to group the similar jobs. When we'll schedule this job or we'll run this job from the admin console, we need to have all these job in a particular project. So this is not a mandatory requirement if you want to run the job from designer, but if you want to schedule this job, then it's required to create a project and keep all the jobs inside the project. So I will click on the project, new project, and give the project a name. Okay, so the project is created. Inside the project, I will create a new batch job. There are two type of job, batch job and real-time job. Batch job which you can schedule, which you can run manually also. At a certain time, you can schedule this job to extract data from sources, whereas real-time job is it will keep on running every time. It's scheduled on the access server and we can extract data from real-time basis from the sources. It must be a web service from where we can extract the data and we can load the data into a table, or maybe we can send the response back to the web service. For now, we will show how to create a batch job. So I click on the new batch job. I will give the job name as job underscore demo. Let's give it job underscore demo underscore extract. Now I will create a workflow. I'll click on the workflow and again I will click in the job area. Okay, here. So the workflow will be created. Name it as wf underscore workflow. Better to name it as wf underscore demo underscore extract. Inside the workflow, I'll create a data flow. Click on the data flow and click in the workflow area. Give the name as wf underscore demo underscore extract. Open the data flow. Inside the data flow, we can create the mapping, or we can say that the code can be created in the data flow. So now I will create a flat file format from I need to extract the data from a source file, right? I have placed the files over here inside the training folder, and in the E drive I have these two files available. I will load the data from this file into a target table. So I'll create a file format with this sales data sample. This is a CSV file, and I have another file customer.xls. This is a Excel file. So let's create a flat file format for the CSV file. I will go to the flat file format here. CSV is a flat file, so I'll choose the flat file option here. There are other options also: HDFL, nested schema. Nested schema is for the XML file, HDFS for the Hadoop file. There is COBOL copy workbooks and Excel workbooks. File location is also there. For SFTP, we can use the 5 locations. So I'll go to the flat file format. I will right click over here, click new, I will give the flat file name as uh, sample underscore sales. This is the format name. Now I will choose the root directory. I have kept the file on the desktop also, so I can create the flat file structure from the desktop, and later I will change the directory to read the file. So you need to keep the file in the location from where BODS can access the file. BODS has two components: designer, which is a client tier, and server, from where the all the job server, access server, those things run. So BODS files need to be accessible to the server to extract the data. Network dive should be mapped to the server path. Now we'll go to the desktop. I'll click on training. Okay. Now I need to choose the file name. So it's a CSV file. I will select all files here, and I will select the sales data sample file. So it has automatically picked up the fields also. It has picked up the data sample also, just to review that we have all the data correct. So I have 15 fields in the file, and all fields are picked up here in the target structure. It automatically picked up the data type and field size as well. So you can change the field size or data type if it is not accurate. Okay, now I will select the keep row header, because I have the row header here from in the first row. So if I select the skip row header, yes, the field name will be changed to the actual field name which is present in the file. Okay, and see, the data type also got changed, because from the field name it has picked up the data type and what is the format of the data type. Based on that, it has defined the field size also. It may not be 100% accurate, so we have to change it manually. Like integer, this is fine. Decimal, for this also fine. Order date, this might be a date field. You see here, this is a date field, but date formats are in different format, right? It's a mmdd format. It's mm-dd-year format. So I'll keep that as varchar only. I'll change the length as 255. This is a safe field size, because name, description, whatever we'll have in the source, 255 maximum of the time is sufficient to hold the data. Next is the product line. That is fine. I'll leave that unchanged. Status, it has picked up 7. So if you see here, it's a 7 character, that's why it's picked up 7. But the sample data may not be sufficient to accurately define the field size. I will change it to 255. Next thing is the customer name. 25 may not be sufficient. From here it has picked up 25. Change it to 255. Phone number 16, I'll change it to 255. Okay, so flat file format got created. The flat file name is sample.sales. Now I'll just click over here and drag it to the work area. That means in the data flow. Okay, if I click here in this icon, I should be able to see the data. Okay, so that means my connection is also working fine, right? Now I will take a query transform. Query transform is to create all the query related things like joins, order by, group by, which generally we do in the SQL query. We can do all these things in the query transform. Now I will just select all these fields here. I will select the first field. I will press the shift button and select the last field. Right click over here and map to output. In this way, all the fields from here I have taken to the right side of the query transform. So the mapping is done. This is called the mapping. If the mapping is done, you will see the arrow here, the blue arrow here. Next, I will take a template table. Before taking the template table, I will create a target database where I will store the data. So I'll open the SQL server. This is my target DB. I will create a schema here. Keep that name as demo. Okay. So the database is created. The schema is created here. The name is demo. I don't need to create the table here. The BODS will automatically create the table. So I will choose the template table format here. I will choose the data store. Okay, so I need to, before choosing the data store, I have to create the data store. So I'll go to the data store option here and click on the empty space here. Right click on the empty space, new, give the data store name as demo. Data store type is database. Database type is SQL Server. So it's a Microsoft SQL Server. Data server name we have to take. If you see here, this is the data server name. I have copied here in the notepad. So I'll select this data server name. I will type the data server name here. Database name is demo. There we will create the table. I need to give the user ID and password. Click on OK and the data store got created. Right now I will choose this data store to create the target table. So I'll click on the template table, click over here in the work area, select the data store as demo, give the template name as sales data. So this will be the target table. So my job is complete. I have connected to the source, I have connected to the target, and I have used a query transform in between. Now I will validate this. So click on the validate all, no errors found. Now you can save the data flow, save all. Okay, now I can execute this job. Right click on the job, execute, click on yes. I have these options: enable auditing, use collect statistics, system configuration, job server. All these are having different purpose, different meaning. I'm not explaining all those things here. So I just keep this default and click on OK. So the job started and the job got completed also. You can see job demo underscore extract got completed. I'll click on the monitor to see how many records got extracted, how many records got loaded. So 2823 records were there in the source. All the record got extracted. It's got loaded into the target table sales data, right? I can see the data here. All the data is available now in the target table. Also, I can connect to the database, and here inside this table you can now see the, inside this schema you can now see the table. Okay, so just refresh this, click on the table, and this table is got created, right? So I can just select star from the table. I'll type this query. Okay, so the same name was created earlier, that's why it is showing this error. I'll just click a new query over here and let's try to see again. Okay, now you can see the data. So we have loaded all the data. 2823 rows got loaded. You can see customer name, phone number, all these data are loaded. Okay, now we can uh, take the other table, customer underscore name, right? There was one more Excel file was there. This is a Excel file, customers.xls, right? I'll create a flat Excel format here. I'll go to the designer again, go to the format here. Now instead of flat file, I will choose the Excel format. So go to the Excel workbooks, right click over here, new, give this name as demo underscore customer. Okay, now I need to choose the file location here. I'll choose that none. Directory I'll choose, select folder. I have it in training. I'll choose the file name, select file. I'll choose the worksheet. Now I need to click on import schema and I can select the use first row values as column name. Then the field name will be created from here. So you can see it has picked up all the field names and by default it has kept the field size as 255. If you want to change that, you can change this. The postal code is double. That may not be correct data type because there might be a alphanumeric postal code. So I'll change this to haircare and I will keep the field size as, let's say, 50. On OK. So the Excel file is created. Now I can use this Excel file also here as a source and I can join these two. So I'll go to the From tab. I'll select the sample cells in the left side. I will choose the join tab as inner join, demo customer on the right side. And here in the join editor, I can give the condition. So from demo customer, I am taking the customer name equals to the sample sales customer name. These are the two different files, right? One is CSV and one is Excel, but we can join these two because it's a ETL tool. So we can join from multiple sources. It may not be required to be of the same type. And I will give another condition. I'll join based on the phone number as well. Because name may be same, but phone number will be different for every customer. Okay, so join is done. Now I will pick up some more fields from the customer. Okay, I have taken the fields from the sample cells. So you see the mapping is for the sample cells is already done, right? But for the customer, it's showing all the fields are unmapped. Customer and phone number is already taken, and since we are joining, it will be same for customer demo underscore customer as well, right? So I will choose the rest of the fields. Select this first field. and click on Shift, select the last field. Now just drag it to the last field here and leave it over here. It will ask to insert below or above. So I'll choose insert below. All the fields are added now. Okay. Since it's a template table, we don't need to do anything. The template table structure will be updated and it will add these additional fields. I'll just validate to see if there is an error. It's saying invalid join condition. We'll check the join condition. So the invalid join condition is because I have missed to give the equal to symbol here, and instead of that I have given and. Okay, so now it should be fine. I will click on validate current, no data error found. I will save this. Now I will execute this one. So now you see it's taking more time because the join is happening. Now the job got completed, fine. I will go to the database again. Initially I had 15 fields here, right? Phone number, up to phone number I had. But now you can see that additional fields are also added here. See, these are the additional fields, right? Address line 1, 2, city, and these things are after joining these two tables, these records got created, right? Okay, so that's all. This way we can extract data from different sources, load it into the target table or different target systems also, and we can use different transformations to do all these mappings and transformations logics. Okay, and we have functions also. There are inbuilt functions, there are custom functions. All these things we can learn and we can easily start working in the BODS. It's take hardly 5 days or 40 hours maybe to learn all these things because it's a graphical user interface tool. Just we need to know how to use these different functionalities which is provided by BODS, and then slowly we can pick up the things, and in 3 to 6 months we can be like working independently in the BODS. So that's all. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Bye.